Hey all, and welcome back to Pokémon Colosseum. We've tackled the threat of Miracle B, but we still seem to be in Pyrite Town. Flame, what gives? Explain now.
Well, we're making our way back from Miracle B's little appropriated hideout, and we're going to be going on to the other optional thing that you can do in Pokémon Colosseum before the main game is out. And we are going to be going back to Phoenix City in a minute, and we will be fighting a gym battle.
I love gym battles. I miss them. I'm gonna be honest. I miss them in Gen 7, even if I like the trials and whatnot. There's just something satisfying about seeing an out-and-out boss, and tackling them and getting, a shiny badge and so on.
They feel like much better milestones, or much more distinct milestones along the game, showing you progress than the trials do, in my opinion.
Yeah, I kind of wanted Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon to, with Black 2 and White 2, be set further in the future where the gym process has started. And, you get some challenges, but you also get the gym challenge, so you can have a nice mix and whatnot. But no, I guess not.
No, we better reuse, 80% of the game, because fuck it, why not?
Yeah. What have you to say about the gym system challenge thingamabob in Colosseum, Richie? Did you enjoy it?
In Colosseum, it's literally just this. It's nice because it's one of those things of, obviously, the rest of the game is very untypical Pokemon structure. And so there being a gym here, just all of a sudden just oh my god, it's a gym. This is amazing. I love this. Because it's just that nice fun side thing that makes you go, oh, that's a Pokemon game. It's a nice reference, but I do like not having the rest of the game be like this. Yeah,
for sure. And before anyone says anything, I know there's that one gym in that one island in, Gen 7, where you can, it's basically a rip-off of Lieutenant Surge's gym, and you can get, a badge that does nothing. Just so you know, I'm not talking out my arse for once.
Well, too late. I've already left my comment picking you out on it, so fuck you.
The part's not even been edited and uploaded yet. How are you doing this?
I'm just good at being a little bitch, okay?
Jesus, this is going to be some sort of Xehanort type ploy, where he's left the comment in my mind and I'll end up writing it and posting it myself and pinning it too.
Well, I guess if that's how things work around here, then we'll go with it. But yes, here we're just talking to the, people, this is one of the obligatory school sections that they've got over on the west side of the gym here. It's educating you. You've got a really dorky looking Pikachu drawing on that whiteboard there.
Oh,
it's all good.
Pikachu plushie. Oh, they've probably sold millions of those. But I do like the idea of folding the school into the gym, because what are gyms essentially other than a final exam? It makes sense for part of the building to be dedicated to education and whatnot. And if in future gens, especially now that we're in 3D and whatnot, it would probably make a lot more sense to do that, because you could save on 3D assets.
Yeah.
That what we just got is the strategy memo, which is basically the Pokédex. It just keeps track of all the Pokemon you've encountered up to this point. And I wanted to listen to Camera Up's noise a couple of times, because why not?
It's lit, mate, don't worry about it.
Question. You wanted to listen to Camera Ups and said why not? Why didn't you listen to Why Not? So that you could properly go, I wanted to listen to Why Not? Why not?
Good question.
You had the pun right there.
But yeah, that is Justy the gym leader, but before we can fight him properly, you've got to fight some of his trainers, which are hilariously underleveled compared to me, given you can do the initial 4 battles when you first get here.
What, do you have to wait to fight Justy?
Well, what happens is that you can't fight Justy until you have a full team of 6 Pokemon, which you won't have when you first get here.
Well, yeah, of course, yeah.
So, you can fight the earlier ones, but then before you can fight him. And Justy is really difficult if you take him on as soon as you get the first 6. So, I kind of forgot about him for a little while, and when I did the Miracle B parts, I thought, oh yeah, I should probably show off the gym as well. And here we are.
Well, I mean, it makes sense to do it here because we're already in sort of side quest mode.
Yeah.
And really, anything that can put us off going to the Under, I'm quite down with, because that place just depresses me slightly.
I like the Under.
Well, of course you like the Underflame. You're the edgy one of the group.
He probably lives there. He's talking to us right now from the Under itself, coming to you live.
Given the state of that place, I doubt I would get a good connection down there. Just saying.
Well, I mean, you know, the Under is filled with unscrupulous types. Maybe pirated a good signal. I don't know. I don't know how Wi-Fi or anything vaguely scientific works.
Especially considering this was in the mid-2000s, so it probably would have been terrible.
I saw someone talking about their internet connection on Twitter today. Don't worry, the story has a point. And Nintendo apparently are capping people's internet connections to 8 Mbps up or whatever, even though they have this one person had 700 down, 500 up and something, which is pretty fucking good to say it's in America of all things, but I think it was on the East Coast or something, so maybe it's better compared to the West Coast. Mine is 100 up, 50 down, or the opposite, which is pretty good for what we pay, although maybe we should take the film channels off, because nobody fucking watches them in this house.
I forget what mine is. Mine is very sporadic. It has good moments, it has bad moments.
Just like HFC in general.
Are we gonna have some good moments soon?
Yeah, I keep scheduling them, but I keep having to cancel. I can't keep doing this.
Yeah, no, it's kind of a sucky thing. But then, to be fair, we've got the entirety of Christmas where there's a Disney-thon happening, so that'll just be an entire month of good stuff, because, Flame's not there.
Yeah.
I deserve this.
No, for once, I felt like giving Flame some credit, not attacking him. But then you come sliding in like a Surskit of deceit and rage and just nastiness, and call Flame essentially a dick who's not wanted. How could you say such a thing, Richie?
Because Flame knows that I don't mean it and I'm only having a banter, because clearly here in the UK we're all Bantosaurus Rexes.
What?
I'm crying now, you upset me, Richie.
Liquid, I get it. Oh, I love themed names when it comes to Pokemon.
God, what a way to, set your kid's future in stone, though. You're gonna be the water-type trainer, because that's your name.
Even though she's gonna be a fucking sass when she grows up and can't get a job in this, Pokemon-less economy.
Yeah. And, oh god, I've just realised that they've done that with basically every single trainer in this gym, because it's called Trainer Botan, who was the first one, who had the Sunkern and the Hoppip.
Yeah, that's botanical, thank you, Richie.
Yep. Liquid for obviously the water type. Then we've got Dugo here, or Duggo.
Wonder what type he uses.
Yeah! It's quite clearly ground, because he's going to throw out a Trapinch and a Swinub.
That's interesting. You don't see many ground-type trainers, are roughly around this level. They usually save, ground gyms for, second to last or last.
It's very true.
Well, it's because a lot of the cool ground Pokemon are the proper big beefy fuckers.
Yeah, the absolute units.
Yeah, you got your Raidens, your Nidoking and Nidoqueen, all the big fuckers are really fucking cool. I will say, I think the Nido lines are underappreciated as fuck.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nidoking is a fucking bamf, I love him.
What's that one shield Pokemon from Gen 4? I love that guy.
Bastiodon.
Yeah, that's the one, who has a castle's ramparts for his face. That's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, I kind of like him, but I prefer Rampardos from that generation. He's more the upright standing dinosaur kind of look that he's got going for him.
They're both good. I like both of those types of dinosaurs, so it's a win-win.
Yeah, but you know how the internet works. You need to pick a favourite and fight to the death over it.
I have told you, it's Bastardiodon.
Okay, well, you're fucking wrong. Just saying.
Well, I can edit this to make it sound like you're disagreeing, and you think I'm the one who's right, or agreeing even. Fuck, edit all of this, Tom.
You're not very good at this bullshitting people thing, are you?
Not really, no, not really. Alright, who's last? Another rich person thingamabob? Let's see.
This is Lady Gwyn.
Yeah, that sounds bourgeois as fuck.
Yeah, I'm kind of lost as to what type she uses. Oh, rocks. I don't get the reference.
I don't either, to be fair.
It probably means something, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Well, I say I'm gonna search it up, but I doubt I'm actually gonna be able to get anything out of the word Gwyn. Because, like, why? Literally, I think the only thing that's coming up is something to do with Wales and Urban Dictionary.
Well, let's see. The only thing I've got here is something called Coquina, Coquina, which is a sedimentary rock that is composed either wholly or almost entirely of the transported, abraded, or mechanically sorted fragments of the shells of mollusks, trilobites, brachiopods, or other invertebrates. They can vary in hardness from poorly to moderately cemented. Gwyn sounds like Quinn, that's the best I got.
Yeah, that might make sense if it wasn't a completely different word.
I guess so. Yeah, also I looked away, looked back and the battle was over. Holy shit, how fast did you, like, muller her?
Well, I have a Quagsire with Surf. She has rock types. Put two and two together.
I can't! For the last time, I can't count!
Great.
That was weird. Like, no one came up. I'm here now.
Yep, now you gotta face me. And to my recollection, his main strategy is double team and sandstorm.
Okay, love that, like, mini Groudon on the wall. That's cute.
Oh yeah, right over in the back and the Roselia next to it. I didn't even notice that.
Well, your heart is focused on the battle, Flame, so let's get to it. What does Justy have to face us with? Let's do it! Words are hard sometimes!
So, I have got Justy's team up here, and it's an interesting one. So, yes, you've got Cacnea and Azumarill. You have also got a Sandshrew, a Gligar, a Sunflora, and a Nosepass.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a bit of an odd team, but you are definitely right in that it's primarily a Sandstorm double team team.
Yeah.
Because every Pokemon has Dual Team on it, whereas only 3 of them have Sandstorm, but I believe that 3 of them don't get harmed. Oh no, 4 of them don't get harmed by Sandstorm. So,
yeah, ground types are, they're free from Sandstorm's ills, let's just put it that way.
Yeah, as are, I believe, Rock types, and then Cacnea has Sand Veil, so it gets away with it as well.
You forgot Steel types, because they're also resistant to Sandstorm.
That is very true, but she doesn't have any steel. He doesn't have any Steel types. I always get confused with the gender of Justin. I don't really care.
That's fine. That's fine. I think of Misty, so that's probably what you're thinking of.
It's the long purple hair as well. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway.
So really, only Azumarill and Sunflora are the members of the team that are likely to get affected by Sandstorm. So that's fine.
Your turn to talk now, Flame. I've said everything I need to say.
I was waiting for the Gligar to come out, because I do quite like Gligar's design. I will say that Gliscor in Gen 4 was a pretty cool evolution for it, even if it's the kind of Pokemon I didn't think needed an evolution at the time.
Not really,
but,
no.
The design of Gliscor makes up for it for me, so whatever.
Yeah, I think that Gliscor was one of the Gen 4 evolutions that worked, because there were quite a few that did not work. Magmortar.
Yeah.
So Gliscor works, but also the one thing with Gligar is whenever I think of Gligar, I always end up thinking of Gligarman from the anime and just how hilarious that was.
Yeah.
Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Wasn't he like some wannabe superhero or something?
Yeah, he was basically Batman with Gligar. It was great. But yes, the thing that I always I'm slightly flabbergasted with is actually how big Gligar is, because it's like 3.7 inches high.
I suppose that kind of makes sense. Like, it's not a Dunsparce kind of thing where you're looking at a nearly 5-foot dung beetle.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. Also, even then, even with its manlet status, Gligar's flying through the air in real life would be some scary shit. You're afraid of hornets? Look at this scorpion bat with a sting on its tail.
I'm not sure what would be worse, that or Beedrill. Because, like, Beedrills look more immediately threatening, whereas Gligar is more when you realise where it is. That's when it becomes, intimidating.
True, but there is the whole, like, wasp and hornet debacle.
Is there?
Yes, there is, yeah. What's the difference, Richie? Do we know what is the difference between a wasp and a hornet?
The sound of a man who knows he's being assigned more Google work.
So, all hornets are wasps, and some wasps are hornets. Is the key thing.
Well, explain the difference between the two, because I'm still not following.
Yeah, so they're both stinging insects of the Vespidae order, distant cousins of the ant, actually. They tend to set up their nests in trees, under eaves, behind siding, and in other unwanted locations around the home, because obviously they're dicks. Hornets and wasps are generally much more aggressive than bees, and do pose a risk to humans if obviously, they are dangerous. Largely because thousands of people are apparently killed every year in the US due to allergic reactions to hornets and wasps.
Jesus, fuck insects, just in general.
Yeah, so the kind of key problem is that the hornet is a specific type of wasp. So what most people refer to as a hornet is actually a bold-faced hornet, which is a small subset of the wasp family. Hornets are generally a little bit rounder and fatter than wasps and can be more aggressive. Yellow jackets, which are commonly mistaken for bees because of their black and yellow colouring, are also a form of wasp. So, yeah, basically a hornet is a specific type of wasp rather than that. So you would be correct in saying that Beedrill was either a hornet or a wasp, because it doesn't really matter. You'd be more accurate if you said it was a wasp, but theoretically it could also be a hornet.
Well, they already, start confusion by calling it what it's not. It's not a bee, it's a wasp.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe it's just a combination of the three. If they're going to make a Pokemon design as a fantasy creature, they might as well take inspiration from other things.
Yeah, I guess so. Have we actually had a straight out and out bumblebee? I know there's comb bee, but that's more like a honeycomb sort of thing.
Yeah, well, there's Vespiquen, which is the queen bee, isn't there?
True. Vespiquen is surprisingly viable in competitive. I've had my arse kicked multiple times by one before.
Yeah, whereas the male comb bees are just fucking useless.
Basically, yes.
Just like male Salandits and whatnot, but still, fire and poison, dope combo. Except for if there's a ground type around, I think Justy would walk all over someone maining a Salazzle.
Probably, yeah, because that's 4 times weakness, isn't it? I'm slowly chipping away at this team here. I will say this is probably the right sort of time to take on Justy himself, given my Pokemon are around the same levels that his are, touching 40 kind of deal.
I think if you tried to take it on as soon as you got a full team of 6, yeah, you would have had a nightmare, whereas you are around about the right point now to be doing it, because you're likely to get some decent experience points from taking on Pokemon that are higher level than you, but they're not going to be overly challenging at this point in time.
How did you avoid a fucking surf? Christ, he's just sitting there in the middle and there's this big tidal wave going over him. How do you avoid that?
Oh god, I'm gonna gif that. Or at least I'm gonna screen cap it and put it on Twitter.
But yeah, we missed my Espeon learning Psybeam, which is a little bit more useful than Confusion at this point in the game, and Umbreon just got Feint Attack, so they're both sort of growing up a little bit in terms of the moves they can use.
Well, yeah, they got type effectiveness going for them now. Question, Flame, what is your eternal opinion on Sunflora, the Sunflora Pokemon, the Sunflower Pokemon even?
My opinion on that thing that just got fucking wrecked by a sandstorm, I think it is a terrible design. It is stupid, I do not like it.
Wow, straight to the point, very cutting, Flame.
Yeah, well, look at it! You mean to take that thing seriously?
But it's a Sunflora!
Too easy. Could compare it to Flame, but that would be too unjust. And well, we don't have a HR department yet, so fuck you, Flame. You are worse than Sunflora. At least that thing has cute charm going for it. Yeah, look, and it can dance as well. You learn to sway like a sunflower, and maybe I'll start paying you, even if you refuse pay.
Well, you see, the thing is, I can do that right now because the back of my chair is a bit fucked.
Whoa! This battle has been going on for entirely far too long!
Oh, it has, but we got another 4 minutes to continue insulting each other and filling time.
Oh, why did I agree to this?
Right, okay. 4 minutes of insult tennis. Let's go.
Alright, go on, Richie, what the fuck you got, mate?
No, I ain't got nothing. I thought, like, yeah, let's go for it, and then it's just like, actually, no, I'm really, really shit at insult tennis. The only bit of Richard III, the Shakespeare play, that I think is actually any good, but yeah, I'm not very good at pulling it off myself.
Alright, well, here's a tennis ball to you. I could fill an entire part of you non-stop talking because you love the sound of your own voice.
Rude?
Now, come on, lob it back. We ain't got forever here.
Fight.
Well, if it weren't for Flame, myself, and many others, the channel probably would have died many years ago.
Oh!
That doesn't exactly hurt when I know that's true.
Well, yeah, but yeah, I suppose. You see, this is the thing. Like vocally, my voice is just too nice. I don't do cutting and harsh very well. It's only when it comes after, sort of like just out of the blue, that it lands. Because then you're just like, oh, if it's tried to be pre-planned, it just don't work.
Also, truisms don't work on me. You're just stating a fact. Facts don't upset me.
And it's fine, like, Richie, I think you might have missed the mark a little bit there, because I'm sure if we were still getting the daily live stream playthroughs from Tom like back in 2012, I'm sure everyone would still be completely engaged with the channel and not bored at all.
Cutting Flame. Well, I suppose I'll just have to edit out a few of your mouth noises because you can't talk properly and you do nothing but stutter most of the time.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, I'm better at editing around that than you are.
Are you, Flame? Are there playthroughs where people would even recognise this?
Well, I mean, like, if you look on my channel and I go out of my way to remove all the excessive like and then stumbling over the same word like 3 times.
This is moot anyway. Like, I'm not going to win a battle against the Son of our Lord, you know? Like, he died for our sins. You can't beat Jesus in a beef-off, okay?
Yeah, well, I prefer it when you compare me to John Lennon, given he's bigger than Jesus.
Well, at least he's dead.
I don't even know what's going on anymore.
Where are we? Sorry, I looked away for a second. Now we're in, like, the moon or something.
This is the basement from the gym, like their training area. So you got different terrain depending on the kind of Pokemon. Like they got the grass area for grass types, the lake for water types and whatnot.
Oh, okay.
And it's kind of the idea. This is like the training centre for the Ore region, I guess.
Yes. Basically, I think it's a lot more interesting. I believe it's in XD Gales of Darkness because something occurs, but I'm not going to spoil it, if only because I can't remember whether it actually does happen in this game or it is XD, because obviously they do meld together a little bit.
A little bit, yeah.
Will you stop calling it Gales of Darkness? It's Gale of Darkness.
Oh, the ball's in the air.
See what's on TV, because fuck it, I'll need one more thing to round out the part.
Yes, indeed. Alright, it's time for the news. According to authorities, that's like every other day in Pokemon. You know, it could be Rocket, it could be like Magma, or, you know, Aqua, and so on.
Yeah, the bad guys are doing bad shit. No one's noticed we're just, like, replaying the tape from yesterday's news report.
Oh, well, when it's, like, multi-purpose, you know, I don't like this. Why is there, like, a piece of clothing on the bed and she's talking about lovebirds?
Well, you see, that's the mayor's little dressing gown for when they're about to get it on.
Okay, enough of this shit. Enough of this shit. The ball is falling. I'm going to whack it back. We'll see you next time with myself and my co-commentators, Lady and the Tramp. See you then.